Hi, everybody, and welcome to Lair of the Spider Lord, an Astromythos adventure. We are Detect Nerd, and this is our show.
We are?
This is an actual play podcast. Actually, let me talk a little bit about Lair of the Spider Lord. You can get a module. This is kind of what we're basing our story on, and it's based on book 1 of Astromythos. You can get these at astromythos.com. This is by Jon Sideriadis. He's a good friend of ours, and you should check him out. Hey, let's play a game.
Okay. Jigsaw.
Okay. Okay.
That's the guy's name, right?
You get 4 sentences to describe what happened last time. Go. 4 sentences.
Like sheets first or
No.
collectively?
All in one. All in one.
All at once?
Yes.
All right, let's all shout our sentences at the same time.
No.
Okay, I got
Bad audio.
Okay. We traveled from the base of the mountain through a mountain pass that the mountain created for us because Doulos can speak to Zeus.
That was good.
That's a comma. That's a comma.
Okay.
And encountered some cool creatures along the way, including an elder tecton. Yeah, including an elder tecton that asked us riddles and turned out to be a pretty cool guy, and some big dumb rock boys. Period.
Yes. That's 1 sentence. I didn't say you couldn't do a run-on.
And then we found a tower.
You're starting a sentence with and? I don't know about that. Bad English.
Yeah, good.
It's that goodly stuff.
Good. And then we did so good at...
No. This sentence doesn't count.
Brain is going insane.
I want subtitles with me using the wrong there every time.
Okay. All right.
And then we find tower. Big overgrown tower, much vine.
Okay.
Itchy vine.
Yeah, we found the tower. We, in a pincer maneuver, entered...
This is sentence 3.
I got the last one, baby.
In a
Closer.
in a pincer maneuver, we entered the tower from both the top and the bottom, comma.
That's what she said.
This. I knew when I said that part. That's what's going to happen. Last night I was thinking this is going to happen.
How did you... Were you going to say?
You prepared the sentence last night?
No, but I was like,
liar.
I did a recap. I was like, okay, if I say this part, there's no way to say that we came in from 2 directions through.
Go on.
That's the end of my sentence. I'm done.
That's your sentence.
Yeah.
What's your last sentence? See, this is taking longer. So the point.
That's what she said.
The point of this was, I believe, to be shorter. But yes, okay.
That's what she said.
Okay. All right. Let's get started.
God.
Let's just jump right into that's what she said. Shall we? So you are in this dim, musty chamber, and you are looking at a figure that's lying curled upon a mold-ridden bedroll, with their body draped in a chaotic snarl of gnarled roots. The twisted tendrils wrap around them kind of like a shroud, and they're constricting their form. And their human shape is kind of barely discernible underneath this creepy mass, and the roots are kind of pulsing faintly, as if kind of drawing substance from the sorrow or something of their host. So Doulos steps forward, and his voice is very low and solemn, and he says, yes, this is a Califon. Once an adventurer like many before them, they embarked on a grand, lifelong quest. However, it ended in failure. Bound by their own regret, they now wander the world, cursed to bear this tangled cloak of roots. It is said these roots grow from the very weight of their despair, twisting through their mind and heart, and snaring them in endless doubt. And Doulos kind of kneels and kind of whispers over this Califon for a second.
So the roots aren't connected to the vines outside. This is just a completely encased one object. Okay.
Can I make a nature check to see if Califon are, like, sentient?
Yeah. Yeah, anybody's welcome to do a check on.
It's 8 or 15 total.
You with nature. Yeah, I think that you're kind of like. Are you just kind of looking closely at the body, like through the?
Yeah, I guess I just want to see if. I guess almost kind of like racking my brain for knowledge of the natural world to see if I've heard of these things, and if like their host retains any sort of sentience, or if these things just kind of grow and then after a while the host dies and they just kind of become a plant.
I will say this. I think with nature, I don't think you've heard. I don't know that you would know about a Kellyphon. This feels like it's a very Zeus specific situation. But if you were looking for kind of sentience with your medical, like prowess, you would kind of see that, yeah, this person is like living, but it's not, they're not like necessarily sentient. It's just like,
Gotcha. They're almost
not anymore.
They're almost kind of like comatose.
Yes.
Okay.
Did anybody else want to make a check about it, or? Yeah. Okay.
Failed.
Could I ask Doulos, is this something you can come back from, or is it like game over?
He goes like this.
Oh, sorry.
He's kind of whispering over. He says, sorry, give me a minute.
Doulos is doing something.
You hear him kind of whisper quietly over the Kellyphon, and then he gets up and he says, I've asked Zeus to keep watch over his body and still his mind. What was your question?
Well, this is not reversible. It's like there's nothing we can do to help them.
I do not believe, like I said, I have asked Zeus to keep watch on his body and still his mind, but I do not believe Zeus even has much say over this matter. He belongs to the Pine Witch now, and
What was that? Oh, hold
Perhaps.
on. The Pine Witch? What was that?
yes, quite a mystery. The Pine Witch her castle is quite far away, a distance away, and only
What kind of check?
shows up during snowfall.
What?
Nature?
She only shows up during
History?
snow.
The castle only shows up during snowfall, and there is no snowfall, obviously, so it would be impossible to find out.
Well, you see, I can change the weather.
It is a long story, but this is how it happened, and I mean, I don't... Yes, please.
Before, would it not be kinder to put him out of his misery? And like, unlike the ones we've left behind, is it not just merciful to...
Doulos kind of shrugs and says, this is something that happens it just happens, and we allow them, I don't know, I mean, I've never really thought about it. It's just part of the world.
This is a natural process that occurs.
For some adventurers, yes.
When they become too sorrowful at not attaining their goals.
And it takes over their bodies. Some find their way to the Pine Witch Castle and become the castle eventually. And that is what the growth is.
So the Pine Witch, who is she? Or they? Who are they?
I do not know.
Are they...
I just know of the Pine Witch.
Are they like a natural entity, like, or...
I do not know.
You know nothing?
I have never encountered the Pine Witch.
You just know the name. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm kind of in agreement with Indo. I feel like if they're gone, this isn't any kind of living.
I mean, that's assuming it's sinister. Yeah, but you also weren't in agreement when it came to the cute robot boy.
Well, because I feel like there's hope. I feel like if we get him to the right people, he can be brought back. I don't know. Tulo says this person can't be brought back.
Yeah. I guess I don't really understand the nature of this sorrow and process, so it's hard for me to say whether, like, is this a process that is, like, looked as, like, a sacrifice, or is there some ceremony behind it?
I believe
or
that most adventurers, if they decide to take this path, solo path and these journeys, that they are well aware of the cost that it can take.
If they fail.
Yes. I will say this is a nanos. You can tell this is a nanos.
They're smaller. Don't glance at me. They're smaller.
How tall are you?
Remember when you all got mad at me when I said a gnome wobbled in cots?
No.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
It was me.
No.
It was me.
You all remember it.
No. Wow.
Wait, did I get mad at you?
Yeah, everybody did.
No, because you were like,
Everybody goes,
you know,
oh!
you know how
And I was
gnomes
like,
wobble. It's like, that's not a thing that all gnomes do. That's what I'm talking about.
We digress.
Okay.
The Dulo says it's like, he says, nanos are very ingrained within their culture, and I do not feel great about doing anything about this process. But if I turn my back, I cannot.
Oh, no.
I'm saying
You're not going to do it.
Yeah,
but
you're going
I
to turn a
am
blind eye.
not going to do it. And while this happens, you hear the Kellyphon kind of stirs slightly within the, and like it's just a slow, like shuddering breath kind of escapes their lips, and their hollow eyes kind of like, it turns a little bit, and their hollow eyes kind of flicker, just distant, lost, and then they just kind of sink once more into just this like stillness.
Dulos, do these Califon ever pose a threat to anyone else? Do they wake up and start like slashing at them?
Do you see any arms or legs that are loose or
maybe
out?
the vines could come out and grab you.
Does anybody else have like a serious question? Or
was a serious
I feel like it was.
I will say also, when the Kellyphon kind of shifts, you hear a little clink noise on the ground next to him. Also, give me an investigation check while you're hanging out there too.
Okay. When I hear the clink, I'd like to
Grab it.
whatever it is.
Okay. Like without looking at what it is.
I guess. I already said it.
You did say it.
Cursed amulet.
What's everybody doing? Investigation.
Yeah.
16.
Okay.
2.
Cool. 8.
At least a 20.
For investigation.
I think 22.
I think you.
Oh no, I think it's actually 25. I'm so sorry.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
So with investigation, you definitely see what fell on the ground immediately.
Before I touch it?
Yes.
Ooh.
I mean,
at those
I
eye
feel like I
reflexes.
asked for investigation. You did say you're going to snag it, though. So, but you see it before you snag it.
Dang. I got so many eyes and I'm still too quick.
So it looks like this.
And then do I have a forever itch? That's a...
You have a forever itch. It looks like it's like a little totem.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's sick as hell.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
it looks like it's made of copper. With your investigation, you can kind of tell that it's made out of copper. Yeah. So you grab it.
Okay.
You have it. You also notice that this sounds really bad, but the shoes that the Kellyphon is wearing seem very unique and could be useful.
All right. Fine.
Do you show
I'll
anybody the
take them
totem when you pick it up?
No, I snatch
You don't?
What's that?
it. Shoes.
No,
You
because
didn't stealthily do it. So unless you're trying to stealthily do it,
Can we...
which
Well, can we... You want to contest roll that?
no, I'm not trying to grab it. I did have high investigation, so I saw it. So I saw you.
yeah,
grab
I would
it.
say that you probably saw it too. Also,
What
and
you
you're
got
also
there?
noticing the shoes.
Am I noticing the shoes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and sit near the Kellyphon and maybe do like a... I don't know if like investigation or what would be right on that totem, but whatever it is.
Sure. So you have it out because I'm going to say that Dulos also sees it.
Sure. And actually, I might nod to Dulis as I'm looking at it and say, does this look... would this trigger any memories for you?
He looks right at it, and you can see recognition in his eyes immediately because it is a Nanos that you got it from. So he recognizes it, and he says, "Yes, those were made. That was made by Nanos as a totem to the animals that they protect." I'm imagining maybe this adventurer tried to return it to where it once belonged, which there must be caverns nearby. I mean, the Nanos were inhabited by the Nanos. The caverns
is
used
this
to be
not-
filled with Nanos.
Is this something that we should return, or is it something that is wrong to take from here?
I think we should keep it. And if the time is right, if we do enter any caverns, it might be worth a shot to try to put it back. The caverns are where many nanos lived before the corrupted men drove them out and turned their homes into mines. And the nanos and the mountains, which includes probably caverns around us that we're near, the caverns are part of the planetesimal's internal organs. Each mountain is a living creature called a planetesimal. The nanos, we are their descendants. Planetesimals were the pieces that combined to form this planet, many of whom are still alive, and some nanos come from moons and asteroids, but we are from Zos's mountains. So I wouldn't mind returning it if the time came.
Would you care to hold on to it? Would you feel safer?
No.
Then unless any of you object, I'll hold on to it.
Not at all. Silas was interested in
Did you both just say that at the same time?
What?
Not at all.
You said it in the same
I didn't
tone
even-
of voice, too. Because it matched so
matched.
well.
It was like
Couldn't hear.
wow.
Like, not even a harmony.
It was just...
I knew Doug was saying it, so I just kind of
to
like
match it exactly.
Yeah.
It was like a Gregorian.
Curtis just wandered off to explore more. Upon deciding, we're not going to do anything about this Kelly Fawn, it explores the
Okay.
Are you heading upstairs?
halfway up the stairs.
There's a desk up
yes.
there that might be interesting. Silas was looking at them shoes because she's interested in leather and just kinda
sure,
looking at
yeah.
the artisanship of it.
Wow, these are crazy. Okay, so I will say that Doulos is also... Do you see that?
what happened?
He's drinking all the job.
Doug,
Got him!
that's very unprofessional of you.
Rewind!
Yeah, wow, Doug, I can't believe you.
Cheers, everyone, but Doug.
So, Doulos will also be looking at these shoes as well. But you see them in the, you're a leather worker. These are moccasins. These are just nice
all right.
moccasins.
How 2010 of you?
Oh, cute. These are ceremonial moccasins. He says if one nanos has offended another nanos, each would wear the other's shoons, these are nanos shoons. Shoons. They would wear each other's shoons for 12 moons. If the two were able to resolve their grudge without violence, Anthraka, the moon, would imbue their shoons with magic as a reward. After the Pantocrator slew Anthraka, there were still only 2 pairs left that they know of in the known world that still possess these powers. So Doulos kind of looks at these and he says it's possible that these could have a magical quality.
How could you find out?
I have detect magic.
What?
Would you mind if I take a look at those?
No, I mean, if we go,
These moon tunes.
Yeah, not at all.
Moon tunes.
Love it.
Yeah, all.
So yes, there is a magical quality to them.
Whoa!
What? Shocker! I'll just tell you what they do because that's more fun. While wearing these shoons, you have +3 to wisdom, survival, and nature checks.
Hey, nice.
Wisdom, survival, and nature checks.
Dang.
Just wisdom. So, just survival and nature checks.
Okay.
So,
I'm not a huge fan of shoons.
I mean, I'm pretty wise, and I know a lot about nature. So if there's someone else who's interested in these,
I'll take them.
All right, well, upstairs then.
I don't know.
give me an investigation.
Okay. Jumping.
yeah.
Six.
6?
Yeah.
You're not really finding much.
Yeah.
It's kind of like dusty. You're not looking. There's some like old like papers that don't look like they mean anything. Is anybody else looking?
Still with the detect magic going, I guess I'll kind of like poke my head and look in the drawer.
I guess healing potions are magical, aren't they? Would you be able to see those?
You get to decide.
You get to
that.
decide.
How bad do you want us to find them?
I mean, I don't give a shit. Yeah, you see fucking 2 bottle-shaped things that like could be magical.
I'll kind of lean over and be like, hey, if you just move that paper, and then there's a little
There are
false.
2 bottle-shaped things.
There's a little false, and you just lift up.
Dunk.
Great. And that's all. That's pretty much it. That's all you see.
Can anyone read? I can't read. What do these papers say? Anything important?
No.
But I'll hold on to them.
It looks like some ledgers, like maybe like
Looks
from
like some ledgers.
it's like old, just like this tower used to be occupied by someone. So there's just like ledgers, probably.
There's some notes about masonry in here. Someone got some stairs repaired at one point.
Oh, I noticed that.
Here's the work order for it.
Do they have the original bid?
Yeah, it looks like they got a friends and family discount.
Okay.
Someone's cousin's friend.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that explains the shoddy.
Yeah, I feel like
shoddiness,
sometimes
right?
that can cause problems for sure.
Okay. What is there?
Are
Can
there
I
windows? Are there windows up here?
Well, there's a big hole in the.
Are there walls?
I'm gonna fly up and just
Are there walls?
try to stealthily peer around and see if I can see those break on, if they're coming back this way or if they're the way.
Give me perception check, because all of you give me perception checks, because if you're flying out of the tower, you're definitely going to see something.
Well, I'm being stealthy. Oh,
That was a journey.
What?
what kind of checks we're doing?
Perception?
Or perception. All right. 12.
19.
30-20.
Also 19.
What was your stealth?
Well, if it had been a stealth, that would have been bad. Oh, I do need to roll stealth. Okay, perception was first.
Did you forget how to play the game?
No, I've just
I'm just
the
kidding.
order of things.
Woo!
Wait, stealth? But I got a nat 20.
Oh!
However,
You have a -1?
no, because I have
I've
got armor that gives me disadvantage on stealth checks now.
You sure do.
So I'm like clank, 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 clank.
That one?
It's a 2.
Shout out to the
6.
two crew.
Okay. You all hear a familiar scream. We'll resolve this in a second. You all hear a familiar scream.
What does it sound like?
Is it
Snail lady.
Oh, she's
Eremite's still
with
here.
us.
my bestie?
And you, as you're
Silence.
flying up, you didn't get as great of a perception check, but you do see Eremite is held by one leg by a star vulture in the sky,
Star
squawking. Yes, a star vulture. I'll show you what they look like. They're giant. They're huge.
You said star vulture?
These are star vultures.
Beautiful.
So one has her by
That's beautiful.
her leg, because her shell, obviously he wasn't able to grab by the shell, which you'd think her shell would keep her from getting grasped like that, but I wondered what she was doing. So
Blaming the victim?
she is like, "Put me down, you stupid bird!" And then you see another star vulture comes and tries to pull Eremite away from the other star vulture, and they were fighting over her. They were about probably, how high up did you go?
I was just going, enough to get out the hole to look. I
Okay,
was
so
like in the area.
they're high up, probably 80, 100 feet up in the air.
Okay.
You guys just hear this commotion. You haven't seen anything quite yet. So that's what you see. But you hear Eremite say, "Put me down, you stupid bird!" And that's where we're at. That's what we're happening. So I don't know what you want to do, but let's do it.
I will cast fly on myself and whoop, take off up to
Okay.
the tower.
I just threw it.
Yeah, I think we should do tokens if we're gonna
We
do it.
already did.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I didn't see
I
it.
didn't see it.
You're last.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to launch myself out of the tower.
Okay. Are you flying?
No. As I launch, though, I'm going to throw my spear
Okay.
at the vulture that is not holding Aramite currently.
Okay.
And... Bum, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. A... 16 to hit.
Yes. That.
Okay.
You get its. Where are you aiming for? Just its beefy body.
It's beefcake body.
So I'd say it's probably. They're trying to kind of pull Aramite, and they're also flying away at the same time. So, so you probably got it in its back. So give me the damage.
11 points of piercing. But then also, just a heads up, it also...
It goes...
It also does another 3 points of piercing damage. I imagine there's some falling damage from jumping out of a 60-foot tower.
Reaction.
Okay.
You feel a little bit of weightlessness, and your falling begins to slow.
Nice.
And
Featherfall.
yes, and on Aramite too.
Oh, okay.
And so you said the birds are 100 feet up from the top of the tower?
From the ground.
Oh, from the ground. So how much from the top of the tower?
40.
40.
Okay.
Sweet.
Oh,
So
sweet.
perfect. Then
But they're 50 feet away from the tower.
Okay.
I can get Aramite on all. Also, I can do 5 people. Everybody.
Okay.
Everybody gets featherfall.
Y'all, what does it kind of like look like when you bless them with your featherfall?
I sort of extend my gravitational pull towards them. So kind of like a little, like, Krotos goes a little bit like darker and like denser.
Okay.
And then instead of like falling down to Zeus's gravity, there's like a little bit of like a resistance and like pull towards Krotos as he like activates like a gravitational pull in his core, and that's what makes the descent to the ground slower. It's like a different gravitational thing. So
Cool.
yeah.
I will. Monovoskos is going to. He's going to jump up in the air and turn to a Klondike bat and try and harry it.
Okay. What's your fly speed as a Klondike bat?
As a Klondike bar?
As a Klondike
Klondike
bar.
bar.
Honestly? Can you imagine a flying Klondike bar? He's so awesome.
That's what I'm kind of hoping to do with this vulture.
Yeah. Fly speed is 50.
Okay.
So you can get to them.
Okay.
You can get to them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I want to try and like kind of zip around in front of their face.
Ooh, okay. What would that be? Like, do you want to give me like a...
Intimidation.
Sure.
Trying to get it to.
Yeah, you want it to be attracted to you,
Yeah.
not to Aramite.
Well, there goes that dice.
Cool. Bye.
Oh, great! I have a -2 to intimidation. Is that an 18 or a 4?
Is that a cocked? I'm pretty sure that's cocked.
Okay.
But also, what does a
17 -2, 15.
15? I guess I'll do a...
I mean, I think 15 is good enough to shake my juicy bat butt at the vulture.
I think the one that just got hit, it's definitely distracted by you, but it's not letting go of Aramite
Okay.
with its claw.
Silas is just going to fly. I don't think that she can get there and take an action, so she's dashing
Okay.
up and right at the one that has Aramite.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, another one shows up. You're next to them.
Yeah, I'm right next to Aramite.
A Chondrite bat next to one as well. I think that the big mass of a human is probably what they're going to aim for first. So the one that just showed up, it's going to go ahead and try to... Let's see... You now have higher AC, right? A 14 does not hit.
A 14 does not hit.
I literally rolled the same thing. You're gone. So it tries to and then slash you with its talons. It misses. The second one that just got hit is also going to like give up on trying to get Aramite and turn in the air and try to get you also.
All right.
Does a 16 hit?
Well, it looks like it's going to, but Silas kind of swivels in the air and uses the Moonflesh armor as extra cover. Star power point.
Okay.
And so she becomes much harder to hit all of a sudden. We have a feature out of game that is basically the shield spell. If you spend it, so mine
Got it.
goes up to 21.
21 now. Gonna try to talon you. With a plus. I got a 22. 18. I got a natural 18 on the die, baby. 16. 18 points of slashing damage with the talon. Slashes you right across your. I guess it would probably be more. You have armor on. Maybe it slashes you on the.
My legs are exposed.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. Ooh. Part of your legs. The one with Aramite is like, oh, I've got Aramite on my own. These two are distracted. Is going to fly further up, and probably up 30 feet and away 30 feet. So it's getting further away. Right. We're back. Who's going next? Bing.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll use my movement to also move 60 feet, but I think we're moving the same rate. So I think we're probably like 10, 20 feet away from each other. Krotos is going to yell out at this creature, trying to glean if it understands Common or Star Tongue.
Okay, what are you starting with?
Star Tongue.
Give me an insight check. What are you saying?
Creature, wait. We may be able to offer you more food.
Okay.
It's just something to get its attention. Insight?
Yep.
21.
It kind of looks back as it's flying, and it seems like it probably does understand a little Star Tongue. However,
Okay.
it is a beast, so you can assume with your insight check, might not be the most intelligent creature.
That's fine, so long as it understands my language. Will you please give me
Yep.
a DC 17 Wisdom save?
Wisdom save?
Yeah.
Okay. 17. What does that mean? I
Beats it.
Yeah.
So it succeeds. That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah, Kronos, upon seeing that it like maybe understands like a rippling like pulse of magic and shadow exudes as he says, "Drop!" in his like echoing voice. But the creature shakes its
Yeah, kind
head.
of. You see its feathers kind of puff out a little bit.
And then Kronos frowns deeply. And then just pulls out his sword.
Okay.
Okay, so I launched myself and then fell. Doug, I need math.
Okay.
What is the trajectory of me after having run and jumped out of a building? What is the triangle? Where do I land? How far have I moved?
What's your speed?
30,
Probably 30
30,
feet.
30,
30.
35 maybe, because you're really
35
tall.
because I'm really tall and fast.
Okay, how tall is the tower?
60 feet.
Tower
60
60
feet.
feet. Drew a little picture. That helps you.
Okay, so
It's a joke. It's fine.
oh, totally.
It doesn't have to be a joke if you got the fast math, but I caught you off guard. No pressure for the math majors out there. Mental math.
No pressure, because you're a math major.
Go mental.
You're literally
Figure it out.
Literally, that's
Go
your
home.
job.
Figure
You
out or
should
go home,
Figure
Doug.
it out.
Okay, anyway, so I jump and I'm landing on the ground. I imagine in this round I've somehow made that happen because it's only 60 feet tall and gravity. I don't know what that equation is, but I'm getting to the
Featherfall,
ground.
you
Oh
fall.
no.
Featherfall, that's true. Is
How-
that 5 feet?
Fudge. Alright, well in that case, I'm gonna start booking it and I'm gonna run the direction that the star vulture that has Aramite, I'm gonna run after it, dashing. And I'm also going to like almost like a bit of my dust kind of comes like falls off of me, and I need the vulture that has the spear in it to roll a DC 15 Constitution throw.
Okay. I got a natural 1.
Okay, then you have 11 points of frost damage.
Okay.
Silas sees sees this vulture fly off with Aramite, so she's going to turn around and book it. And she's going to try to get in front of where the vulture's flying.
Okay.
Come around, kind of like waving her arms. That's all she can do, but
Yep.
she's right next to this vulture.
Okay.
So I would like to almost kind of like fly sort of above the vulture. And then I just want to drop out of bat form.
Nice.
And as I'm falling, I want to reach out and even if I can just like grasp at the vulture's like feathers or something.
This is the one with Aramite, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I would absolutely love to
Yeah.
cast.
On everyone.
Just like falling to the. That's so cool.
Yeah,
And I'm just gonna boop the vulture on the nose.
Okay.
And this like sickly vein of grossness runs through their entire body.
Okay. This is the one holding Aramite.
Yes. So it's gonna take 11 d8 necrotic damage.
That's so much.
This is my big spell.
How many? How much?
And this isn't a star magic, right?
11
Correct.
D8
Yeah.
is crazy.
That's a lot.
61 points of necrotic.
Okay, it's still up, but not doing well.
It's vulture time.
yeah.
Okay, it's vulture time, baby. That vulture that you just booped on the nose is going to drop Aramite.
Wait, you can't do.
Featherfall.
Are you guys putting tokens in before the end of the round?
Yeah.
So, Featherfall and Aramite.
Okay.
The afflicted
So
vulture.
the afflicted vulture drops Aramite, Featherfall. Yes.
Okay.
And it is now going to book it. It is going to dash away.
Okay. May
so
I make a opportunity attack?
yeah, sure.
Because that's why I put myself there.
Swing sword.
Swing sword, yeah, but like,
How? How do?
I don't have 2d6. What's going on? Wait, is 2d6 or 2d8? 6.
Get it together.
That's a. Does that count?
No. No.
Thank you.
That was crazy.
10 slashing.
It falls. It starts to fall to the ground.
Okay.
And is no longer. Okay, so the next vulture that was fighting over Aramite and has a... Who's next to that one? Is anybody next to that one? That's already been stabbied. No one. Okay. They're going to attempt to... It's going to attempt to grab Aramite out of the air with a grab action.
That grabby grab.
You know, with its talons and grab it. Yeah, I'm gonna say that'll do it.
That'll do.
With a strength of 18, is gonna grab Aramite, and Aramite's just like, ah! And also she's slowed, so I guess because she was falling slowly, so it's easier for the vulture to just grab her again.
Yeah.
She's like, you stupid vulture! Leave me alone!
Other vultures flew.
Yeah, because it's food, so
Swooped in and grabbed her.
swooped in and grabbed her. That one was 30 feet away, so this vulture had to move 30 feet to grab her, and so it's going to fly another 30 feet. So it's about where I don't think it's going for you. It's about actually it goes 30 feet up, a little higher. So it's at 130 feet where the other vulture was, but just not near you. The other one is that just attacked
Me.
you, and then you moved, right?
Yeah.
Did you dash?
I did have to dash.
Okay, and that would have been what, 60 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Or
gonna
Actually, 80 feet.
okay. So it's gonna go ahead and you're in the air and try to beak and talon you because you're in the air. With 22 and a 20. Dirty.
Yep.
Both hit?
Yep. We have an AC of 13.
And you're falling.
Yeah.
I did not cast Featherfall on you. I saved it for Aramite, so.
Cool.
Aramite got damage for 5 hit points and almost died last session.
Fair.
So
It's true.
she splats. She's gone.
So
I mean, snails are gentle.
7 with the beak. And then we've got...
Oh, and also I love her. So there's that too.
Of course.
You know how we feel about you.
Peeks right at you, and then 11 with the slashing talons. So in total, it's 18 points of damage. on you as you're falling. And I believe that's the only... Yeah, I didn't have Eremite go.
Oh, mine's sitting on the table.
I don't think she would.
I would like to turn to the one that just attacked me. Is that the one that's holding Eremite right now?
No.
I'm going to turn around and I'm going to cast a Cone of Cold
Okay.
on homeboy that just attacked me. Can I catch both vultures?
No. Dang it. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's just out of range.
All right, then that's going to be a Constitution 17 saving throw.
Got a 9.
Hell yeah. Okay.
This is one that has not taken damage yet. Joined the fight late.
It will now. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
15, 19, 26, and 40.
Okay.
40 cool.
It kind of almost like pauses in the air as it gets really cold, and you see some frost on its feathers a little bit. Still up.
Blast.
Baja Blast.
I dressed up for the kid.
Okay.
Baja Blast.
Baja Blasted you. Got him.
That's the name of my Cone of Cold.
Please. Yes.
Okay, so was racing towards the one that died holding Eremite, but then I see that Eremite has been snatched by the one that has my spear in it.
Yes.
Okay, so I need that one to roll another DC 15.
Okay. What's
Con.
okay? I have gotten a 21.
Okay, in that case, you're gonna see Indo kind of turn on their heel, like dig their talons into the ground, and then reverse course and go the opposite direction back, because I imagine they were continuing. They had like the energy to continue. They turn it around and they go the same direction as the ones that the ones that I've just passed. I guess the 2 vultures I've just passed. Bits of like the kind of like stardust fall off of me again as I take one of the comets that are the miniature comets that are orbiting me, and I just grab one out of my orbit and chuck it at the one that has my spear.
Okay.
And a 15 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just hits.
And then that's a 10 points of something.
Rock damage? What are those like the souls that you...
Yeah, but they can fight on my behalf.
Okay.
So I'm not entirely sure what that is or what that looks like. Maybe ice or maybe... So like as it bursts, so I throw it and it kind of like hits it.
Is it staying there?
Yeah, I mean, I think it hits and it kind of stays in that area.
Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. All right.
So Krotos just like whips up a charge of like sickly green energy at the one that is holding Eremite.
Okay.
13. Okay, and it
Swipes
just
right by it. Yep.
Yeah, goes right past it. I think that's it. Oh, and then he has 60 feet of movement as he's flying, so we'll just close the distance with it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Right. Silas is going to this one holding Eremite. It's not very far away, so she's going to fly right up to it and say, drop it, and start hacking away at... Is it in the claw or the beak?
It's in the it's in its talons.
Talons, all right. Talons.
Like when you're trying to get a chew toy from your dog.
Basically. So she's going to start hacking away with her rusty greatsword. Well, the one that's prone to rust. It's kind of difficult trying not to land an attack on Eremite. I don't think a 12 hits, does it?
Nope.
Okay. How about an 18?
Yes.
All right. So, first of all...
It's first and all.
She gets 8 slashing points with her sword.
Okay.
And then, can you have... I think I can use it in this context. Make the vulture do a DC 16 strength check.
-4 to that save, please.
Thank you.
Okay, why?
Because one of my auras, if it's the one that's next to me, is it the one holding Aramite?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
-4.
Yeah.
Okay. 12.
They had to drop Aramite.
Okay.
There's a disarming attack.
Okay.
So, Aramite has not touched the ground.
Still Featherfall,
Still
baby.
Featherfall.
Okay.
She was Featherfall and got caught, didn't touch the ground. So if you let her go,
Okay.
she's still Featherfall. So that's happening. So I got that extra 8 damage.
I'll see you in the comments.
And
Spell says
I think
one
that
creature ends when
Silas
touches ground.
is going to do
Yeah,
this.
that's
Like,
fine.
job well done.
All right. So Aramite is
Featherfall.
feather falling.
We've all gone.
Yeah.
Except for the
Great.
birds.
Bird time.
The bird that you forced to drop the
I'm going to look real smug, too.
drop Aramite. I mean, it's food. They're not gonna. He's gonna try to swoop up and get it. 'Cause she hasn't really fallen that much, so she's literally just gonna.
Falls get snatched. Falls get snatched.
Just imagine like a hermit shell person. So yeah, gonna swoop in and grab him. This time, grab her with its beak. Yeah, I said 15 last time, didn't I? Yeah, so he's got 15.
Are they moving out of my reach?
I mean, Aramite barely fell, right?
Okay. So they're right next
So
to
it's still next to you. But they are going to move. So they are going to move out of
Okay.
here. They're going to grab Aramite and try to fly its full speed of 60. What did you get?
I got 26.
Okay.
It moved away from. Is this the new one or the one that just had her?
Right.
The one that just had her.
Okay. Can I get an opportunity attack? Because I closed the distances more so right
Sure.
next to it.
Yeah.
So I got 9
Okay.
slashing.
Okay. This is like if you would watch this fight, it'd be so chaotic.
Jesus Christ. 17.
Yep.
8 damage. Slashing. Just stack that on there.
It is going to move, so it moves 60 feet away from you all. And the next vulture is going to attempt to attack Silas with their beak and their talons. Miss. Is your... Oh,
I'm back to 16 now.
Okay, I got a natural 20
Okay.
on the talons.
Okay.
So... double that dice, baby.
Do I want to do another spell? Just to start slashing.
Let's see.
Big spell.
Big spell?
Big spell.
That's not really that much. Considering I rolled like crap. That's 16 points of slashing damage with the talons. Who's next?
Oh,
Yes! What are you doing?
I'm going to continue. I'm just going to kind of dig my heel in and stop. And as the folks fall out of the sky, can I attempt to get underneath Moon Boy over here? And
Yeah.
just going to look up.
Sure.
And then, actually, I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to stop.
Okay.
And attempt to stop underneath him and look up.
We're like, ah! Okay.
And maybe preemptively plan to catch him like a damsel in distress.
Cool.
A dude in distress. That's what I want to do.
Dudes can be damsels.
dudes can be distressing.
Dudes are distressing. Have you seen their butts?
Let's not visit.
Distressing.
Whose turn is it?
Oh, you went. Okay. Silas, once again, is going to close the distance. She can't take an action, so she's right up in this new vulture's face,
Okay.
and that's her turn.
I will.
Do you fall now? Do we fall now?
Yeah.
To the ground? Okay.
I don't even get a bonus action.
What are you gonna do?
I'd like to turn into
Blue whale. Kill me.
I was thinking about like it would be really funny if I found like the biggest thing I could.
Squash. Just completely squash Endo.
The highest hit point thing I could find. No, I think I am gonna go ahead and turn into a bat
Okay.
and start flying back up.
Cool. All right.
Worked the first time.
It works out. I mean, whatever.
Just turning into a bat, flying up there, casting spells, and then falling back down.
That's so funny.
Like I said, the most chaotic fight, I feel like. A lot of flying.
Kronos will once again charge up and like whip out this green energy and fucking 15 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank God. I need another D8.
And this one is the one that has Aramite.
Yep, has Aramite.
Okay.
Big spell. Whoa, hey, nice.
Hey.
16, 20, 23
Nice.
damage, and then I need a con save.
It's dead.
Oh, great.
It drops to Aramite and is dead.
Yay.
It also drops
That's good. on my
to the
head, too.
ground.
Yeah, I think Kronos stops for
Cool.
and watches. She like watches Aramite fall, and it's like, good.
So Aramite is
towards the
Finally.
slowly. She's
Finally.
like, why does this keep happening to me?
I don't feel so well.
My stomach feels a little weird.
All my pots are misplaced.
Honestly, there was stuff falling out of the shell.
Clink, clank,
on
rock,
the
smash.
yeah. Great. This vulture is going to notice that both of his friends are very dead, and is going to
Learn a lesson.
dash 120 feet and try to leave this situation.
Fleeing.
Yes. So,
That's fair.
is it near any of you for attack of
I
opportunities?
don't know where it was.
Oh, it was over by you.
What's
But you're a
attack roll
chondrite.
for a bat?
You're a chondrite bat. Yeah.
It's got fangs, probably, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bat goes. Ow.
Yeah. Good measure.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah. Get on. Get.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Don't want none of this.
That's what I thought. You stupid. Oh. I do like that your belly is encrusted with precious gems. Yeah, you have a bite attack. Plus 5 to hit, and it's 1d4 plus 3 piercing
Don't they have
damage.
some weird like blinding ability because the gem belly? Or maybe I'm just making that up.
The belly of the chondrite bat is encrusted with precious gems. When the bat is killed, roll a d6 to determine what gemstone it drops.
Oh, dang.
Why would you ever kill one?
Because there are bad people in the world. Okay.
Okay. This is money shot right here.
Nat 5. I really want to get your hopes up there. So yeah, I don't think I hit.
You don't hit it.
Okay.
You miss it, and
Cool.
it flies away. 120 feet. Does anybody feel like they want to follow / do anything about that?
No, I'll just kind of make sure it's really gonna head on out.
Yeah.
Flying away.
I'll land on.
Oh, okay, so it's gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you. Wait, what?
It's gone.
Yes, it's leaving.
It's leaving.
It no longer cares about that food.
While I'm up there, do I see the Vracons?
No. Aramite is slowly falling, and she's like, I don't want to buy.
I'm just gonna sit on her as a bat as she falls.
Okay, she doesn't feel like. Are you on her shell?
Yeah, I'm not trying. I'm just gonna perch on top.
Give me a perception check. Whoever wants to on Aramite.
29.
Okay.
16.
9.
20.
This whole time, you see that she's been holding this huge egg. She's like, I didn't get the egg though.
Oh my god.
So you deserved all of this.
What?
As I come out of bat form.
The star. She's like, ah! Are you still on her shell?
Yeah, now I'm just like kind of sitting on her.
And she like plumps down to the ground. Are you? Because you're probably heavy. You're a piece of moon.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
She gets squished and she's like, oh no, the egg!
Please, please.
Let's see if we'll do a luck roll to see if they get squished. It doesn't. It kind of like maybe the shell's pretty hard, and maybe it rolls out of her hand, and she's like, oh, and she like holds it as she gets squished. She's, these are a pretty penny on the market. She kind of dances.
So, I'm gonna walk over to the vulture that has my spear in it, as I imagine it's fallen now.
It's on the ground, squished.
And the my orbiting comet. Now that it's been discharged, it kind of like absorbs into me.
Okay.
And I take my spear out, and then also just kind of stand for a moment looking at this vulture, and I'm going to as I'm like watching this dead thing lose its life essence, I'm going to kind of make a motion with my hand, and you see silvery wisps join and kind of form into a ball, and it starts to rotate around me.
Cool.
What are you doing?
And then I take my spear and kind of turn abruptly and say, so where are we off to now?
Well, I guess we're going to see Luna.
Doulos comes out of the tower. He's like, what'd I miss?
Nothing.
Kronos is still up in the air, and we'll use the opportunity of having a lot of height to just look around at the surroundings, do a perception check just to he's up there anyway, might as well check our path and our surroundings.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
It's 21.
You see that vulture? You also see, I'm trying to think of where exactly you are necessarily. You're kind of surrounded by mountains, around you. So you don't see anything of significance necessarily.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean,
Well, Doulos, where to now?
yeah, I guess this is where we part ways with you.
Oh, Aramite's like, it's time to go. I go this way.
Are you all right?
Aramite, are you...
I mean, she did just grab a star vulture's egg.
Oh,
I feel like
I'm not asking if she's okay. I just wanted to ask. Well, I suppose we haven't asked. Where are you headed?
The road is my home. I will sell this egg.
How much?
Yeah, Elizabeth.
What's the egg's name?
She says, it's a secret. No, I mean, for real though, it kind of depends on who's willing to pay more for it.
Carry on. You
It's a
crazy.
delicious egg.
You crazy being.
Or you can raise it.
That's cool.
Would you have to sit on it for quite some time?
Aramite, before we part ways, just out of curiosity, we were having a conversation in the tower while you were apparently procuring this egg. Have you ever heard of the Pine Witch?
Mm-hmm.
What do you know of this person?
Not a lot. But I do know she exists. Only when the snow falls can you see her castle.
Does it have to be natural snow?
Yes.
Dang it.
It is a carnivorous forest. It's of a castle. I've never seen it, but I know some people that have gotten lost in it and never came back again.
Carnivorous forest, you say?
Carnivorous or coniferous?
Coniferous.
Coniferous.
Oh.
Less cool.
Pine Witch.
I totally heard
Get it?
carnivorous.
I did too.
It's Aramite's fault. It's not my fault. It's Aramite's fault.
So we'll just be on the lookout for pine trees and...
No, I'm far away from this. It's on the other side of Zos.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Understood. I was simply curious.
Sometimes Califan just can't find their way there, and they just grow out wherever they are. Usually, if they're in a lost state of mind, they're attempting to get to the Pine Witch. And if they don't find her, they just do it, wherever they are.
Okay.
And by do it, I mean, become the sad.
Yeah.
Become the sad.
Sad ball of roots. Mm-hmm. Root ball.
RuPaul?
RuPaul Drag Race.
Okay, so we're moving on. Doulos will say, let's go. And let's move on.
Okay. I'll scoop up Doulos and have him right on my shoulders like a toddler.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the king of all the knights.
He's probably like, I don't know, I do like a change of scenery. That is fine.
Give him uppies.
You have given him uppies. You guys traverse a little bit further. You're still climbing up a mountain. And while you're doing that, Doulos he says, we should be getting there by nightfall. We will get to Crystal Sauce at nightfall. And he kind of sighs and he says, Crystal Sauce is now, I want you to be prepared. It's a skeleton of a village. It's clinging to the world, it's a dying village. And I believe that Vuna and Taxosis are the only ones left. Taxotis, excuse me. Its stone walls stood firm against the mountain winds, and it had, it was lush with golden grain, but that was before Atmos destroyed everything, and then the king's men came and took what was left. And you kind of reach the top of the mountain as he says this, and you can kind of oversee Zeus. And he says, he kind of peers off, kind of squints to the northwest, and he says, speaking of the devil Atmos, and he says, from here, you should be able to, you probably could see the very home of the hateful thing itself. Atmos landed in the northwestern mountainous region of Zeus, near the frozen falls and Zeus's claw, which is now known as the Cloudlands. You see? And he'll point in the direction. Give me perception checks if you want to try to see it.
27.
What'd you get?
That fucking 20 for 30.
No, she didn't. That's a lie.
Oh, why are you lying? What do you guys get?
22.
19.
Oh, all good rolls. I would say, yeah, especially with the nat 20, I think Indo can see a little bit more specific detail, but it is essentially looks like a swirling mass of clouds, lightning, and like you don't see thunder. Clouds and lightning. It doesn't necessarily look like a fun place. Like Cloudland sounds fun, but it's not. It does not look like. But you can see it kind of above in those the mountainous region of Zeus. On the other side of Zeus, there are remnants of a path as Doulos continues to move forward. There are mountains that slope up even higher to your right, and to your left, the cliffs kind of descend down into a chasm. And Doulos kind of speaks about the Elder Tecton. He says, that is, now that we mention it, it is very unusual that the Vrakon have gotten past the Elder Tecton. I am wondering if they have found a different path or a different way, because I do believe the Elder Tecton is there to keep things out. It's usually guards the way to the village. But now that the bridge is broken, maybe it makes it even harder. I don't know. He says, it does not matter. Vuna is strong, and Taxotis was always a great marksman. I would know if the trees were gone. I mean, Zeus would perish for good. Give me an insight check on Doulos. Another
Got
20?
another one?
Throw that dice away.
Wow.
Immediately.
21.
Oh, I thought you were saying you got it now, and I was like, damn. Okay,
No,
21.
6.
Natural
Not even paying
26.
attention.
Okay.
23.
Okay. You all kind of realize, I think that Monovoskos and
Krotos.
thank you, Krotos. You see that you think that Doulos just seems kind of like nervous or anxious. You specifically with your nat 20, you notice the nervous and anxiousness, but it is surrounded by when he talks about Vuna, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's more of like he's excited to see her. And however you want to take that.
Oh my god, they're dating.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Earth boy and Earth lady.
Oh my god.
So
Has a
you all are moving towards Chrysalsos, and you eventually you do see you start to see the beginnings of some homes that are in ruins. Stones are cracked, and you see as you continue. And Doulos explains this is Chrysalsos. You see there's like these great wooden beams that once held up maybe it looks like maybe a village's meeting hall, kind of just like lying there splintered, and there's half buried in ash. There is a small path through this village, and you do see right at the end of the path it seems to lead to a small campsite, and beyond that some more mountain. Give me a perception check as you're looking at that, please.
Is this the village, Doulos?
It is, yes. I wonder where Vuna could be.
25.
Okay.
12.
11.
16.
You specifically, I think you all definitely hear something, but you specifically, okay, I'll start with that. You hear something, you hear screaming,
Oh.
you hear yelling, and then you notice a shimmer across the sky beyond kind of like a little bit behind and above the campsite. Like, it almost looks like, give me a, I don't know, Arcana or Intelligence. It's something where you're kind of seeing maybe what that could be. You could even do Insight, I feel like.
If it's Insight, 21.
When you see that shimmer across the sky, you're like, there's something there doesn't seem right. Something like the view itself behind the campsite doesn't seem right.
So I'm going to hold my arm back to all of you, and then I'm going to point at the shimmer, and I'm going to put my finger over my lips and kind of indicate what I see.
Okay. Does anybody want to do a check on
Yes.
what what Indo described?
Oh, no.
17 Arcana to see if this is a spell, if it's like an illusion.
You, with a 17, you would be like, oh, there is an illusion, and you can step forward into this area, and you will probably be able to see what's
I say
going
that
on.
to the group.
So I had a dirty 20 on dirty 20 on, 17 on investigation. And,
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like... Yeah, go ahead.
My interest is how far the scream sounded.
Oh, so investigation or just more perception? You're trying to perceive it a little bit more.
Perceive it a little bit more, and if that's the case, dirty 20.
Yeah, so, probably about 30, 40 feet away from where the campsite is, where you guys are kind of stopped.
Into the illusion.
Yes.
So you've said it's an illusion.
Before us there is magic at work. It disguises what is truly there. An illusion lies before us. That is what you saw.
Doulos, is this...
This is not normal. If you say that, and he already recognizes one of the screams, he's into the illusion and he's gone.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Does he disappear or just
I feel like once you know, right? Isn't that like when you know it's an illusion, it usually like shimmers away and you can see within the
I
illusion.
will run forward in stride with Doulos.
So, this is what you see. You see a beautiful grove with 7 trees within it. But you also see there are webs everywhere, covering the trees, on the ground. You see a human woman with javelins just throwing towards these spiders, all surrounding the area. They look like this.
Oh.
These are starling spiders. A human man is almost like halfway wrapped within a web and is trying to get it off of him, but he's getting stuck within that. And I think with that, we're going to pull away from that scene, and we're going to call it there. So that's the scene that you see as you enter that illusion. You have made it to Crystal Soos. However, things are dire. And thank you so much for watching this fun little treat. It's a little...
As a little bat would say.
Yeah. Be sure to subscribe to us. Smash that like button, please. It helps out. And we can't wait to see you next time. I'm like...
Because we see you.
I see you. Love you.
Now
Ta-ta.
everybody turn.